Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and today we're going to talk MacBook Pros, especially rumors. But before we even get into that, please like and subscribe. Hit the comment section down below, help me out with the algorithm. And if you would like to support the channel, you can buy something from my t-shirt shop at teespring.com, a DJ Keo store. Got some cool shirts in there. And I got a sale going on for all of January, 25% off with the coupon code DJ Keo. And if you are absolutely dead broke and you would like to support the channel anyway, you can just let the ads play. All right, let's get into it. I'm a super duper big, large nerd and I love technology. And for me, Apple Silicon was such a big deal. It is a game changer for the DJ community, for the music community, and for content creators. It is the game changer of game changers. And to be honest, I'm not a huge Apple user. I had an iPhone, iPod, I had iPad. I bought a MacBook, but I'm on PC right now. And the reason why I'm using PC is because of Adobe. I don't really like Final Cut Pro, but that's neither here nor there. The point is that for me being stuck in my Windows ways with Adobe Premiere, I'm glancing over towards the future, and the future is with Apple for the time being. And I know Windows users like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that. But like to be honest, this Apple Silicon and how they've used it in Big Sur, absolute game changer for content creators. And I do it all. I do music, I DJ, and I edit videos on this stuff. And so it just makes sense. But I don't even want to get into that just yet. So let's talk about the rumors first and foremost. Uh, and then this is just all speculation, but Apple usually does a refresh for MacBook Pros every 4 years. And we're supposed to get one last year in 2020, but 2020 was a clusterfuck. So I think they kind of pushed it back a little bit. And I don't think Big Sur is exactly ready yet. And I don't think the the software developers are ready yet. So that it just makes sense that I think that they kind of delayed it for a little bit and waited for now. And so we're finally getting the rollout for a lot of good software, the main software that people use as content creators. They're finally giving their betas and they're finally putting stuff out. And a lot of people are seeing marginal improvements and there's some crazy improvements. And so, I mean, it depends on where you are in the market and it depends on what you're doing with your computers. But the big things here is that Apple is going to do a refresh with the hardware. The current MacBooks that came out so far, it's basically been the exact same computer, same guts, everything, even the same main motherboard, but they just put the Apple Silicon in there and made a couple tweaks to the motherboard, and that was it. And if you opened up some of these computers, there's a lot of wasted space. And so I think that Apple is going to finally take full advantage of the space and what they could do with the refresh of the hardware. The current models had a bad problem with overheating and it had a problem with throttling. It was especially when you put these high powered CPUs in there for content creation. Oh, it was it was a waste. You threw money down the drain if you buy like an i7 or i9. Like it's an absolute, you just threw it down the drain because the way the body is created, it just accumulated too much heat inside and it couldn't disperse it properly. But Apple Silicone fixes that. The chips require way less power, and you don't need as much power as powerful as a fan, and it just makes your life easier with this stuff. Now, for content creators like me, I do everything. I do video, I DJ, and I make music with my laptops and my computers. If you just DJ, just straightforward DJing, and you don't do anything else with your laptop, do not buy a new MacBook. You don't need it. It doesn't matter. Waste of time, waste of money for you. If you do anything else, live streaming, you're gonna make videos. You got stuff playing in the background while you're doing like anything else besides DJing. If it's DJing plus, you're gonna have to take a hard look at what this Apple Silicon stuff is. But we are not there yet. I believe they're saying for speculation that these things aren't coming out until the third quarter. So I think that you're going to see proper leaks and probably some real stuff from WWDC, maybe June. And it makes sense for as the time frame, especially because that's their developers conference. And so uh all of the developers are going to showcase the great improvements they've made through Apple Silicon. And so it makes sense they're going to have to show some hardware for it. So, but I don't think you're going to actually be able to get your hands on it until maybe July, because that's the start of the third quarter. So maybe July, August. I don't know. That's what it feels like for me. So what's in it? I think that they're gonna refresh the body completely to showcase how great this thing is. So expect thinner, smaller bezels for sure. There's gonna be more screen real estate. I expect larger batteries for sure. They're gonna change the cooling, maybe vapor chamber or something like that. If they don't have to use a fan, they're gonna try and get away with a new way to dispense the heat without having to use a fan, because these things are efficient as hell. They've gone with the MacBook Air without a proper fan, so I think they could probably get away with the Pros with a couple more cores without actually needing a heavy fan, or as big a fan as they're using on the regular MacBook Pros. Um, I think they're gonna get rid of the touch bar for certain. That thing is gone. Nobody uses it. Nobody likes it. And if people do like it, they don't really use it. That's just for show because they're MacBook fanboys. Uh, I do think they're probably going to change the webcam and put a new thing in there. Uh, that webcam, I have to say this, and and I want to sound like an Apple hater because I'm not. I love technology, but that webcam and MacBooks and MacBook Pros has been hot garbage for a long time. And I think because they tried to make the screen too thin, so you're kind of forced with this 720 screen. It is garbage. And I cannot believe that they charge you for a premium to put that crap in there. But I digress. So I think they're going to change the webcam, possibly a touchscreen. Man, I know. And here's the thing: Steve Jobs has been spitting in his grave for the last, how many years has he been dead? 5 years, 4 years? Uh, Everything that he said, don't do that. Apple's not going to do that. That's dumb. Use your finger. Apple pen, pencil. I mean, I can go on down the list of things that he said, do not do that. That sucks. And Apple's like, no, we're going to try this now. He said the screen size. I'm not going to go in that. But the point is that everything that he said don't do, Apple is doing. And I wouldn't say they've run out of ideas, but it's a new leadership with Tim Cook, and they've changed gears about what they're planning to do. So the odds are high that a lot of stuff that Steve Jobs said don't do, they're gonna do now. And one of those things was a touchscreen. And the reason why I say a touchscreen is coming sooner than later is because Apple has opened up the App Store from your tablets and your phones onto your MacBooks. And it has been a miserable experience because it is not designed for a mouse. Using a touchscreen on it just makes sense. That's why I say touch bar is gone, touch screen is coming. When? I don't know. I don't have the inside juice. I'm not that big of an Apple fanboy, but I believe touchscreen is coming. Uh, I also think that the redesign of the shape is going to bring back ports, which, hallelujah, please, baby Jesus, bring this thing back. Apple was been ridiculous with the ports. Everybody needs an SD card slot. Apple, do the right thing. Do the right thing. What does this mean for DJs? First things first, you're going to get a laptop with a battery that can last 24 to 30 hours, which I think, hallelujah. The other reason why I think it would make sense for DJs to switch over to the new Apple Silicon MacBook Pros is that Big Sur is designed from the ground floor to utilize Apple Silicon. You are not going to get the benefits of whatever's happening with the new software because this thing was designed for the Apple Silicon. When you have these updates, especially Apple penalizes old laptops when there's updates on it. That is just a fact. Your computer runs slower, it doesn't run as good, and it's not because you didn't take care of your computer. It's because of the software. The software is designed for the new things that they're taking place. If you're gonna stay Apple and you're planning to use this stuff, none of the software, the legacy software, is gonna work properly, especially when you're using Big Sur. So I mean, it makes sense, and that's the how Apple gets you. You're thinking, will I buy? I spent $3,000, $2,000 on this MacBook, and it's gonna last me 8, 9 years. Yes, as long as you don't update, and as long as your software doesn't update. If you don't do either of those two things, your MacBook will last forever. If you update any of your things, whether it's a new version of a computer software or your OS, you update either of these two things, you need to buy a new laptop. That's just how it goes. That's how they get you. I think I rambled long enough. Let me know what you guys think about this. How many MacBook users are going to switch over, and how many of you guys are going to wait as long as humanly possible before you do anything? Uh, I think that hard drive space is going to be still a premium, so you're going to need an external hard drive no matter what. So not much is going to change on that end. But when all of the DJ software switches over to Big Sur, you're not going to get any of the benefits, right? You're going to need to be on a new MacBook to get the benefits of it. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about this below. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and peace out, bitches.